and it's a pleasure to host you on this forum. We at AIPT believe that everyone should benefit. Even teachers need to learn, and with that thought process, because I think learning never stops. So with that thought process, we are doing these workshops. So the idea is that we learn from each other and we grow as we go. So I invited Yogesh sir. He's known to me for some time. He's an authority in accountancy and bookkeeping domain, and he has been using MS Excel as a tool for teaching accountancy and bookkeeping. So with that on mind, I thought he would be the good speaker to talk on this topic. And thanks for joining in. And I think I'll let him take the lead from here. And thank you. And I really look forward to a great session here. Thank you.
Very good morning to one and all present over here in today's knowledge sharing webinar. To begin our today's session, I would like to start with the welcome prayer with you all. As you know that we all are teachers, we all are learners, and we are always getting guided and blessings of Goddess Saraswati. So I would sing the prayer, and then if you know, you can also sing along, and then we'll start with today's session. या कुन्देन्दु तुषार हार धवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणा वरदण्ड या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युत शंकर प्रभृतिभिः देवे सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाय निःशेषजाड्यापहा. Thank you all for being present over here at this Sunday morning. It's a one day where you can spend a bit of time for yourself and for learning and family time and all. But in spite of that, you people have joined this webinar, so I'm really thankful to you. I am also thankful to Sanjay sir and AIPTA group and the team who have given me the opportunity to share a little bit of understanding and knowledge with faculty members of the subject bookkeeping and accountancy. So our today's session is going to be around of 45 minutes to 1 hour. Let us look at the agenda, what way we are going to start today's session. So initially we will be knowing that preparation for bookkeeping and accountancy, what are the basic things which we come across in recent past. Then we will be moving towards teaching the problems based on journal, then problem based on ledger and balance sheet, a little bit of objective questions, and then Q&A sessions we will be taking for solving the basic doubts, whatever you have. This COVID-19 pandemic has given me as a teacher opportunity to evolve a new teacher in me and to know what better way I can deliver my content. The subject of bookkeeping and accountancy is a very practical subject, and because of that, when it was thought in the month of April that how and what way we are going to teach, I initially tried teaching on the blackboard, marker board and all. But then there was an issue that marker board was, at a little distance from the screen of the camera or the computer device. And then when I was writing from the distance of 4 to 5 feet, the students were not able to actually see, or they were putting some questions in the chat box. I could not read what they are asking. So that didn't work that well. So slowly we thought of ppts and all, but ppts also in the numbers and formulas and totaling and all, it helps only in theory and not in practical solving the sums. So then we tried learning this ms excel, and then we
MS
started.
rack 15 number.
Yes, participants, please mute yourself so that uh, we can go a little smooth. So then I started, we started learning this MS Excel. And after a certain number of months, we find that yes, in online teaching, if we know this MS Excel, at least for teaching the subject bookkeeping and accountancy, we can easily work and we can deliver our content in a very appropriate manner. So to begin with the session, let us start with the very first activity. So very first thing is, whenever you start the questions, whenever you start the teaching of the content, you need to know that what you are going to teach. So we say the students that, okay, page number 5, open this question, question number 7, and all these informations. But if we don't have the question in front of us, then what we need to do? So very first step is, whenever you start teaching in MS Excel, you please insert the question. On the second icon, you can see there is a home, and then next to home is insert. So you just go to insert, and when the option comes insert, you click on insert pictures. Okay. So when you click on insert pictures, wherever you have stored the file, from there you can pick up the question. Now I have taken one question of admission of partner. So that question is there on my desktop. So I have to just select on open, and the question is added into the file. So this is very first important thing which we all should do, because if the question is not there, how to discuss? So now in front of you there is a question. So each and every boards, in these days, they have given us the opportunity that things are available in PDF format and content and all. Even lot many other resources are available. So whichever sums you plan to teach, you can make this kind of images. You can take a screenshot and insert such images, or you can also type the questions. Like we can do something for chapter like journal entries and all. So we can type the question also, or we can just copy the file, the word file, and image the content, and we can do cut paste also in the file of MS Excel. So this is a very simple and the basic thing, that how to make the question available in front of student. Now this question which is there are options like zoom and crop and all these options like you are using in normal Word also. So you can just change the size of that image as per your requirement. But I think that you should keep at least it to the half screen of the computer, so that other half is available for you for the purpose of rough work or some discussions or working note. Am I clear with you all? So you can just put this message in the chat box. Okay, so that I know that, okay, fine, you all are getting what is being discussed over here. Are you getting this? All right. So this is the very first thing which we always do. That is, we insert a particular question. So whatever questions we want to teach, we have to arrange the question. You can arrange the question on your desktop, and from desktop, whichever chapter you want to teach. Like for example, I want to teach admission of partner, and let's say there are 10 different sums or 20 different sums. So 20 different question images I have, and one by one question, I can give the question number names also, like 1, 2, 3, 4. You see over here there is a plus button, so that adds the number of file in this. Okay, so that is called sheet 1, 2, 3, 4, and number of sheets you can open. And in accounts we have got around 10 to 20 sums for every chapter. So that sheet 1 which is there, so you just click on that on the right side, and there is an option called rename. So just give the number, like for example, I'll just put the word admission. So ADM is a short form that for that chapter, admission, question number, let's say 55. So this one file is ready. So in this particular one file, I can insert the question number 55. So likewise, n number of questions are there. It depends on the syllabus and the paper, the time available with you and all, how many questions you are going to teach for a particular chapter. So this is the very first thing which we all have to learn. Now let us start with the next part of this, that how to teach a question based on journal. So now you can see that on your screen there is a journal question. So journalize the following transactions in the books of Anand General Stores, and some transactions are there. These are actually word type questions. So you can just type the question, or you can just select the content and paste also over here. Now, when I want to teach the question based on journal, what I will do, simply, you know that every journal has got around 3 to 4 lines requirement. So approximately in this question, there are 7 transactions. So around 30-35 lines would be enough for me to solve the sum of journal. So I have copied the question over here. Now I will go to the starting of this particular page. Okay, on the top, I will write the format. So format of the journal, as you all know, it is date. You can type also, so it can be interactive. LF, debit, rupees, credit, rupees. So this particular format title you write. After writing the title, select the entire part around, let's say, how many lines we decided, around 30 to 35 lines. Okay, and then increase the font size, because many students are attending your lectures from mobile, so they may not be able to see the font size 10. So at least make it 14, so that things becomes easy for them to see also. Now, after that, each and every column you just select, and on the right click, there is an option called border. So you can see there is a all borders option. Okay, so just put a thick border, so that gives you the box. I just repeat the same procedure. So your boxes are ready for that particular format. After this, you select one by one columns and again put the box borders, so that that particular format is ready over here. Now see, one format is ready. Okay. Second part of it. So now we are ready with the format of a particular chapter. Let's say it is, the name of the chapter is journal. And before you start the sum and all, what you do is, how many sums you are going to solve in journal. Let's say you are going to solve 10 sums. So copy this 10 times, so that your 10 questions are ready with you. Okay. And these 10 questions, you can easily uh, insert the questions later on, and you need not repeat the format procedure again and again when you solve this particular chapter. Now you write journal of Anand General Merchant. Okay. Also, you increase the font size, because it is a title. You keep it little more. So, Journal of Anand Merchant. Now, on the left hand side, There are two small boxes are there. You put the page number over here. So page number, I just write, let's say 12 number. And here I write question number. Let's say question number 5. Okay, or any other question, whichever is applicable to that particular question. So this gives me a reference that I am solving question number 5, page number 12. So throughout the session, your student know that where he has to pay the attention, and he can easily, concentrate on that particular aspect. So now your one question format is ready. Now what do? You start writing the year and the date, the month, the way in which we always write. So 2019 April 1st. So you can write here 2019 April 1st. Now this work you have to keep it ready before you start the session. So that whenever you are teaching, because you know that your teaching times are very limited, like around 40 minutes or 50 minutes or maximum 1 hour. So in that you don't lose the time of in front of your student, to what do you call? Someone's mic is on. Sashi Upadhyay, please mute yourself. Sashi Upadhyay, thank you because that noise is coming. Thank you so much. So now you be ready with the sums before your session starts. Now suppose this is my teaching hour. I am teaching this question in my today's session to students. So now question number 5, page number 12. I will immediately go to the question and I'll discuss one by one transaction. What I can do is before the sum starts, I will just select the content and font color, I will make it white. Now what will happen due to this? Can you all read this, whatever is there on in the question? You cannot. You will read something, but it will take a lot of time. Now I am discussing transaction number 1. Then I will select this and I will put it a black color. Now my student can answer to me question number 1, April 1st, Anand started business with cash. So which are the accounts involved over here? Okay. Yes, you all can participate here. Which are the accounts involved over here? Mr. Anand started business with cash. So you can ask them the question in the chat box. You all can also answer which are the accounts involved over here in this. Anand started business with cash. So in this journal entry, which are the two accounts you can identify?
Cash and capital.
Yes, cash and capital account you can identify. So now after discussion why cash is debit and credit, so you can easily write cash account debit to capital account. And what is the amount over here? Cash account debit to capital 60,000. So you write here 60,000. Okay, other side you write 60,000. Ask the narration to student. Open the bracket over here. Being business started with cash. Bracket over. Okay, and just you have to underline this, as you know that for presentation we tell them. So again select the border and select thick bottom border, and this is done. So your first journal entry is completed. Now leave one line. Okay, again go to the next transaction. Now next transaction, again you select, put the black color, whatever color you are selecting, any color would do. Sometime I put black, sometime I put blue color. So every time I keep on changing the variations, but I just keep the form, blue and black and some dark colors, not multi colors, otherwise they will divert their attention to that part. So purchase goods for cash rupees 30,000. So let us take this answer. Fifth, so purchase goods. So we are writing purchase account to cash account. Okay, purchase account debit to cash account 30,000. See, in the interactive session, what I am observing and getting experience is, student keep on posting you the amount and everything. You need not look again and again to the question. They keep on answering, they keep on writing the narration, and uh, most of the students, being the commerce student, they are interested to learn accounts, and they always concentrate on the subject, our subject. So it is very easy for you to get the responses from the student also in the chat box, and you can slowly, you are like, my students, they keep on answering me for trade discount, cash discount, some interest calculation. They only keep on answering. I also calculate and show, but meanwhile I am writing, they are also calculating and answering. And some students are very advanced, they solve the question before the session starts, and they help you with the relevant answers, and they participate for being goods purchased for cash. Narration is over. Again, just underline that, and this way we can easily take our journal questions. Do you want to ask any question? Because this is just a understanding session, so we are not taking all the transactions, but yes, at the end, when the sum is over, you have to put the box border over here and just show your total also. So you can write over here total. Okay, after writing the total, there is a margin and alignment. Just select the left hand side alignment and just you put the total. So anyone want to ask any question in how to teach journal based questions?
I think it's clear, sir. Things are clear.
All right, thank you so
Earlier,
much.
we used to share the image, but with the help of screen share in Zoom and in Microsoft always. We used to, show the image with a screen share, but this is a good method, sir, what I feel, through
Yeah,
Excel sheet.
because what happens, in Excel sheet, I also tried that I keep the image on the desktop. Then what used to happen, I used to keep on opening and closing the files. I'm opening one file, again I have to close that file, again image will come, but that
Yes,
diverts the attention. That's why we are finding that inserting image is really a very good option. And even the typed contents are also available, because most of the textbooks are in PDF now. So you can also select the content and keep on copying chapter by chapter questions, and just align it before, as and when you want to solve the question, and below that you keep the working note space. So all the purposes are served, when you are
yes.
using the Excel for this. Should I go ahead with the teaching of the ledger questions?
Sure, sir.
All right, so let us continue with the ledger. So first part of discussion, that is inserting image and preparing before the lecture. Second part was journal entries based questions, how to solve, and one by one you will see that at the end entire question is marked in black. So even if the question is incomplete, I need not worry, because I know that till which point I had taught that. And if I am teaching in three division, what I do, I simply make three copies of that sum. So I know that which division how much I had actually discussed. So that purpose is also easily done. And you can also highlight the important points, that okay, for example, this adjustment is very very important. Okay, there is an option called fill color. Just highlight it, select the transaction, highlight this particular aspect. Okay, this is the most important part of this particular question. And this way you can make your class little more interactive as well. So we'll quickly see which are the options which actually are useful for us as a teacher in Excel. So I have already discussed with you, follow the steps. So very first is prepare the format. Okay, after that create the multiple format. After that, insert the question whichever you want to teach. Pass the journal entries while teaching. I also showed you the demo of how to write the entry. Also write the narration after every entry. Keep the record of working notes applied to a question. Like for example, one question and can have 5 working notes. So working note number 1, 2, 3, 4. and that way you can plan in advance and share the image of format with the students. Okay, that I am showing you now. Some of the features which are very important over here is home, border, insert, fill color, background color, font style, alignments, merge and center, because sometimes you want to show the heading in the books of at the center, so you can easily do that. Then decimal, percentage, find and replace. Now this is very important feature I would like to tell you. Like for example, this is the question I am teaching to CBSE board. Now let's say I am not teaching to CBSE, I want to teach this question to someone who is in international board. Let's say suppose someone is in IGCSE board, and you know that IGCSE has got all the amounts in dollars. So you can easily select the sum, and you can use the option called find and replace. So there is a control F. So just find. So I'll just find rupees, let's say, and replace rupee with dollar. Replace all. Yes. So you are ready to teach this sum to international students also. So this is what you all can try, and definitely it will help you, because ultimately bookkeeping and accountancy is same all over the world. Only difference is some amounts are in rupees, some amounts in dollars, yen, or whatever currency. That doesn't make our fundamental different. And that is the reason we can easily create our work into multiple levels. So that will definitely help all of us. Now let us move ahead with the next part. So my next part is leisure. So leisure, I will definitely, just give me 1 second. All right, let us continue further. Right. So this is the next part of the work which we are going to discuss today. So suppose I'm going to teach admission of partner to my students. So I don't show them the format on MS Excel. Of course, MS Excel, when I'm solving the sums, these things are going to go. Uh, some noise outside, I just try to manage. Yes, there was some background noise. It's Sunday morning, all are playing cricket and all. All right. So now, yes. So now I am teaching them the chapter called admission of partner. So what I do, I exactly do the formatting in my notebook first. I take an image of it, and then I post it into MS Excel file. So before I start the sum, I want to show them what way I want them to prepare the format, because students are really dependent on us, and they really want to know that how, sir, it should look in our notebook. And in this MS Excel format, they cannot identify exactly. So I just draw the format and I show the format before I start that particular sum. So this is the format I'm going to show them. Now I want to start teaching the sums based on journal ledger. So this is the question. Okay. So this is the question on this. Now let's say I want to just show them the postings. All are in the field of this subject bookkeeping, so I need not give you the explanation and all, but we know that what to post where. So let me say cash account. So where I'm going to write the cash account. So cash account, I will write it as balance brought down. I'll just change the color over here. Okay, I will show you how I am doing it. So cash account, so you can see that cash account should come over here as a balance brought down. Now let's say land and building, plant, furniture, stock, data. These all things are part of what? Balance sheet. So I will write there them as a part of balance sheet over here. Okay. So one by one you can see that yes, this is the uh, you know the amounts, and I know that adjustment amounts we always write in the inside column. So I'm just posting it that way, right? Opening balance of cash. So I will capital account. So everything is posted. Now I'm doing some adjustment. Let's say how to do the adjustment. So whenever you're doing the adjustment, now change the font color to red. Okay. Now you are teaching them. Partner is bringing 37,000 as 500 as capital. So first effect goes to cash account debit side. So it is in red color. And second effect goes to partner's capital account on the credit side. So by cash account. So this way you can easily show them the adjustments. And meanwhile your sum is over. One by one all the amounts, it will appear to them in a very crystal clear manner. Okay, so this is what we are following. And because these things you cannot type in the live session, because a lot of things to type. So whether you will type or you will teach them the accounts. So I just keep the formats and the answer part little ready in advance. I just keep it in the some white color background, and when the sum is over, the question will look like that this in their file, and they can take a screenshot also. You can also share with them the file which is created by you. Okay, so how do we solve these questions before the lecture? What we have to do? So I just prepare the format. I actually solve the question, check the errors, adjustments, effects, everything, and then I just complete the typing. Now before my session is about to start, what I'll do, I'll just select this, go to font, make it white color. Now it's not visible there to them. Okay, and one by one you discuss the answers and you keep on changing the font colors, it will be easily you know identifiable. Okay, so this is the way in which we can manage this part. And if you want to make it more, still more this thing that nothing should be visible, okay, select this and go to fill color and select the white color. Then your entire screen will look black. But then you should know where you have written what. If you don't know, then things will not work in a right way. So it is advisable that you just change the font color, and students are interactive in these sessions. They can answer also. And whenever you are solving the sum, like for example, now I'm starting the sum, so I know that balance carried down and these are the answers I want from them. So I put fill color as a white only. So they will not be able to see the answers part. So that we can do before we start the sums. So anyone has any question over here, please ask. Anyone want to ask any question in this? All right. So next we can take some questions of journal plus ledger also. So journal entries, as I discussed with you all, this is the journal entry. So when the questions are very big, what do you do in journal? So you can solve this sum, and just because journal is there, journal is easily known to you that next to the date only the answers are Yes, I will do that. So this is the the sum which I have solved. So I'll just put the field color and I'll just keep it as a white only, because journal, where are the entries, and dates are also there. So date you can just keep it in a black color. Keep on discussing one by one entries. Okay, and whichever entry you are showing, just keep on changing their font color. Like for example, first entry is this, so this is the answer. So you can easily show one by one entries. You can discuss also. Below that I have the sum is there. As I told you earlier, you can type the question one by one, discuss the entries. And after that you can show them. Like for example, I am asking question part number 1. So this is my first part. So first part I have asked, and on the top I'll go and I'll just show the entry also. Now once the ledger question is ready, okay, once the entire ledger question is ready, what I can do is, let's say our solving of this particular sum is over. Okay, everything is clear. Now I want to show the ledger posting. So ledger posting usually we can type and show also. From here one by one entries we can take. Like for example, cash account is debited. So you can just highlight, okay, cash account debited. So go to cash account. Which side you will go? Debit side you will go. And you will write over here to capital account. So this way you can correlate. Now, where is the second effect of this cash account? So it is in the capital account. And capital account, if you are preparing, you can show them in the capital account that it has been credited. So this way we can easily solve this uh, journal plus ledger as well. This was the sum of admission, which is only ledger based question. This is journal to ledger. So this way your work can be easily managed. Now last part of this, it's objective based questions. So objective based questions I have already written over here. I want to take a class test. I want to ask my student, classify the following. So one by one, I will just show them cash account. Now, which type of account it is? So I can write here, cash is a real account. Okay. Then in chat box, they can easily, answer. And I will write here also. I will write here once real account, personal account, and nominal account. I will write it here down. So when I want to type anything, I need not type it again, like bank account. So bank account is personal account. I'll just write P, that entire thing will come back. Personal account. Now outstanding salaries, it's a personal account. So if you type it down, automatically things will prompt to you. So you can this manage this kind of objective questions as well in your teaching sessions. Okay. Okay, so this way we can make our accounts little more interactive, a little more knowledge sharing. And this will create your record also. Like for example, if you type everything anything once, you can teach n number of lectures. You can take again revision also, because your files are becoming, keep being ready one by one chapter. And in this pandemic, such a long time, I think entire book also you can convert it into MS Excel. So this is what we can manage. Now, uh, whatever basic informations I wanted to share, that part is over. The session is open for discussions. I would like all the participants to give their review on what is their understanding, and if they want any question to be discussed, or they want to add something in this, you all are welcome, to discuss as well. Because this workshop is, or guiding learning session is not that I am the expert of this, because I am basically a faculty for bookkeeping and accountancy, and I'm not a IT person. So whatever basic I understood, I have shared with you. Do you want to add anything? You are most welcome to share any of your understanding and knowledge. Yes.
It's
Okay.
really a learning experience, sir. Actually, we were working on Excel, but we were not aware that in this way we can use Excel in accountancy.
Yeah, yeah, right.
That is the main thing, sir.
Yes, yes,
It's really a learning experience, sir.
right.
That number of questions, and we can insert number of seats as Excel is having number of seats, so we can add many questions in this.
And your formatting and all these things will require only efforts one time, because once you
Yes.
know admission of partner, you know that what are the basic content. Or if you are solving dissolution like realization account, partners capital, cash bank journal, so you can easily be ready with your content. And in online teaching, if you use the whiteboard and blackboard, you will lose the time in ruling only, because how much you will do ruling? This 40-50 minute session, if it is a free session of Zoom and all, it's just a 40-minute session. 5 minutes students comes, joins the meeting, 5 minutes for discussion, then 20 minutes, 15 minutes you are wasting in just ruling and all. And after that also, if the student has doubt, you don't have record to teach them. Like I tell you, when my students are there solving with me, once the lecture session is over, they take the screenshot, and I tell them, if you have any doubt, you get back to me. So they keep the screenshot and circle on the question. Sir, this entry I'm not getting. So I can easily explain them. Even in the next lecture, I can complete my incomplete sums. So these are all best advantages of it. You can make a videos
And that
also.
is for us for record purpose as well. And in future we can revise the same.
Yes, yes, yes.
Revision purpose also it is useful.
Yes, yes. Sanjay sir, you can stop the recording part, because that is enough, and then we can